Diman, and welcome to another episode of Hangout with ST. She's Alyssa.
And he's Hairianto, and Hangout with ST is a weekly show where we bring you top stories of the week.
That's right, anything that is local to everything that's happening
around the world.
And this is episode 55.
Just 5 more to 60 in case you need to count.
For all you know, the next time we'll be counting down to episode 100.
Which we've already calculated is next year.
It's next year.
Next
exactly.
January.
Thereabouts, January, right?
Thereabouts.
Yeah, so whatever it is, thank you so much for always tuning to us and giving all your love and support to us.
And as always, we are coming to you live from the ST newsroom, so do leave your comments and we'll read it later during the show.
Yep, and today we're going to be talking about the Boeing 737 MAX ban that has been imposed on the Boeing by a lot of the countries.
And then also, are Singapore roads getting safer or not?
Yeah, and the topic on Seungri scandal.
Seungri, the Big Bang guy, you know?
Your favorite, right?
No,
oh,
but
no.
we'll talk about him later.
And then moving on to, of course, other news in a minute.
And then Facebook Face Off, where let's see if Hairianto is able to break my record.
Record of 5
It's a world
weeks,
record, you know, by the way, because no one else in the world has won 5 weeks in a row. Or was it
more
4?
like no one else in the world has hung out with ST. So whatever it is, it will be a record.
That does not make it any less of a world record, okay?
Yeah, of course. Let's take some comments. Who do we have? Lincoln Hing. Thanks. Okay.
Oh, because we calculated for you that 5 more episodes to 60.
Oh, Pure Mat 2. Sorry if we've got your names wrong. Thumbs
Sam
up.
Nguyen says, great.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh, I see.
Oh, yeah, great. Yeah, it comes up.
Yep. My dear says, hello, hi. Oh, that's your mama.
That's my mom, yeah.
Your mama. Hello,
Kes
auntie.
Bahadur says, blessings and many gracious greetings to Straits Times and everyone. I'm going to say hello to everybody. Hello, everyone. Comma, how are you?
Okay, as you can see, I also got an iPad now. Quite happy about it. Nice.
Hugo Liu, hello. Hello to you as well. Continue to let your friends and family members know that we are online and of course participate in the discussion as well. So Singapore has temporarily suspended the operation of all variants of the Boeing 737 MAX aircraft. Now this follows 2 fatal accidents involving the aircraft in less than 5 months.
So the first was the horrific Lion Air crash, which crashed into the sea, and the second one was the one in Ethiopia on Sunday, where all 157 people on board were killed.
The ban announced by the Civil Aviation Authority of Singapore, or CAAS, took effect from 2 p.m. on Tuesday and affects Singapore Airlines regional arm, which is Silk Air, which has 6 of the jets.
And 4 other airlines that operate the same model of plane to Singapore, which is China Southern Airlines, Garuda Indonesia, Shandong Airlines, and also Thai's Lion Air. That one also, they are not allowed to use that plane.
So basically in Singapore, no variant of the plane is allowed in the airspace at all. In to Singapore and out of Singapore, right? So basically, how is it affecting travelers? Not much actually, which is a good thing, right? Fortunately, the Straits Times went to Changi Airport on Tuesday and found that business went on as usual at the Silk Air check-in counters. Now, most travelers said they were not affected by the latest developments.
So I mean, when we heard of the news like all these planes are being banned, we're like, oh no. So does it mean that plane fares are going to go up? Are all your flights going to be cancelled? Actually, it's not a big issue for travelers because these planes make up just a small percentage or a fraction of many airlines' fleet, exactly. So it doesn't really affect their day-to-day operations either.
What they can do is just they switch
use other planes,
right? Use other planes. Maybe a bit of logistical arrangements, but other than that, it doesn't really affect that much. You just switch on to another plane. Right?
So if you're going to fly off soon for the March school holidays, which is coming up very soon, I don't think you have to worry too much about it. And in any case, if there are any changes, I'm sure your airline will let you know.
Will let you know. That's why. And of course, some travelers were thankful that the airline was adopting a safety-first stance. Others wondered if the move was even necessary, seeing the cause of the crash has yet to be established.
Yeah, and then some also question like whether, you know, could the ban have come sooner? But I think is that how could you have predicted this accident? And also, it can't be a knee-jerk reaction to just ban like all planes straight away just because of one incident. And there are many factors involved.
Yeah,
right?
And regardless, Singapore is not the only one who has imposed the ban. Although Singapore was the first one to basically ban any of the planes flying in the airspace, right? Other countries also, Australia imposed a similar ban. Malaysia, China and Indonesia specifically banned the MAX 8 jets.
And then the UK also suspended the use of that jet and the MAX 9 ones within its airspace.
Yep. So after Singapore banned, following suit on Wednesday, the European Aviation Safety Agency, or ESA, which is the regulator there, right, also declared that no B737 MAX aircraft would be allowed in EU skies.
And finally, after days of being pressured, the US also finally grounded the 737 MAX aircraft on Wednesday. So before that, the United States Federal Aviation Administration, they were still saying that the aircraft was airworthy, but then of course they did say that US carriers would have to install a software equipment to make sure for the aircraft no later than next month.
So why is this, you know,
why are we saying all this?
Yeah,
right,
why is it a big thing? Because really it is an unprecedented move for such a ban to happen at a global scale. You know, it's not just at the airline operator scale. Right, it goes beyond that at the regulators level. That this ban is happening for the first time.
Because I mean, for Singapore Airlines, I mean, Singapore doesn't have that many airlines, right? So you might think that, okay, what's the big deal? But for countries like the US or China, they have so many airlines. So for the federal level to say ban it, like so many airlines are affected.
Yeah, exactly. And also unprecedented because all this while, in terms of commercial aviation, the West has always been, you know, the way to lead the go.
And then other countries like us, we will just watch and wait and see what they'll do, right? But this time Singapore acted first.
Exactly. FAA and ESA has always, ESA have always been the one who called the shots when it comes to aviation safety and regulation. But of course, you know, this time around it's Singapore. You know, so it seems that there is a shift towards this part of the world, right? Where, you know, we are taking the lead, as it were, taking the lead in terms of civil aviation matters. As the aviation industry matures in this part of the world, Asian regulators and authorities are gaining technical expertise and know-how in aircraft maintenance, air traffic management and other critical areas.
So our colleague Karam, who's the senior aviation correspondent, she wrote a piece on whether pilots are afraid to fly. So this was quite interesting because, you know, a Silk Air told their pilots in a 2-page memo saying that they should not hesitate to take over the controls of the plane if systems don't seem to be working properly. And that comes as a shock because why is the pilot hesitating in the first place? They are the only ones. They're only like at most, what, 2 to 4 pilots, and then they're the only ones qualified to fly the plane.
And you see, the thing is, you talk about automation and you talk about technology, right? Of course, they've made planes safer, but an over-reliance on cockpit computers and systems is not always a good thing, right? At the end of the day, pilots cannot lose their confidence in their abilities to fly. So you can check that out. Karam's piece just released, I think, earlier on, and if not, it's going to be released soon as well. So keep a lookout for that. So that's a very interesting piece to really read up on. But whatever it is, of course, our thoughts and prayers with the family and friends of the victims of Ethiopian Airlines flight ET302. ET302. So let's take some comments.
We'll look at it. Oh, I keep getting logged out of my...
Zach says, good evening guys. Violet says, blessing. Terry says, hello from Singapore. YT at Nyo for your info. Nice leave.
Oh, Mark Lee says, looks like it's bedtime again. Oh, good night, Mark Lee. Have a good night's sleep. Sweet dreams.
Let's see. Terry also says, but plane N2 will be set if they like the plane.
Sorry?
Plane N2. Those who are very enthusiastic about plane,
plane enthusiasts, got it.
Yeah, correct. Dicky Karnine says condolences to flight ET302, certainly. And then we also have NG Liu that says Singapore to take the lead. Thumbs up, certainly thumbs up for us as well. The story is still developing as to when the ban is going to be lifted, what's going to happen. So continue to watch and then certainly read up on at straitstimes.com.
So moving on to the next segment, this one is about drivers and people on the road, whether it's safe. So Hairianto, as a driver,
yes.
Do you find that the roads in Singapore are getting safer or not?
Okay, so this is the thing, right? Because I'm on the road quite a bit now, I'm more heightened to
heightened awareness, what's around, what to look out for.
Correct. So it could be that the roads are generally not as safe anymore, because honestly, okay, I'm just gonna go that, you know, generally people who drive on Singapore roads are generally Singaporeans, and Singaporeans are not the most gracious drivers. Do you agree with me? Let me know, right? Whether Singaporean drivers are not gracious, really, because sometimes they just cut your lanes.
Or they don't let you take over, cut into the lane.
Exactly. Yeah. I try to be as gracious as I can. You know, when I do cut, and then I'll raise my hands up. Yeah. And yeah.
I can attest to that. Hairianto is generally a considerate and conscientious driver.
Thank you. Yeah. So according to the traffic police, the number of accidents resulting in injuries hit a high of 8,304 in 2016, before sliding to reach a 5-year low of 7,690 last year.
And then also road fatalities have been on the decline from 155 in 2014 to 121 in 2017. However, it went up a little bit higher last year to 124 fatalities.
Now, going by these figures, of course, it may seem that the case that Singapore roads have become safer. However, in his commentary, Straits Times senior transport correspondent Christopher Tan says that roads are actually less safe now, and that the statistics do not tell the full story when road safety is concerned.
So we caught up with Chris earlier, so here are some of his concerns.
In recent years, we see also a huge rise in the number of taxi-like services. We call them private hire cars, but basically they are serving the roles of taxis. Because these vehicles, they don't drive the same way as we do. They clock like 3 to 4 times the distance that we clock. And the effect would be that, you know, they are actually influencing congestion and how our roads are populated by 3 or 4 times. They are driven by generally inexperienced drivers. When I say drivers, I don't mean drivers like you and I, but drivers as chauffeurs, right? The chauffeurs, the taxi drivers who are experienced, who have gone under a lot of vigorous training, vocational license. They are older, right? You can't be a taxi driver unless you are 30 years or above. Here you have a huge new population of drivers who are now driving for a living, but are very young, very inexperienced, relying on their mobile device to get from point to point, and trying to make sense of where to pick up and drop off people. You put that all in the mix, it's a bit riskier than usual. We rely on technology, right? Cameras, and now we are testing out average speed cameras, which is more effective than that spot checks, where people kind of learn where the cameras are and then they slow down and speed up later. The proliferation of in-car cameras that we all see commonly these days, that helps in a way. So when normal motorists on their way to work and back home, and the camera capture a certain incident, say an accident or even some dangerous behavior, they can submit their clip to the traffic police. Traffic police has always stressed or emphasized on education and public awareness. Well, we could step that up. Recent round of increasing the penalties for dangerous behavior, I think that is very welcome, right? In a lot of other cities, minor traffic infringements are not signaling your intention to turn will bring upon quite a huge penalty. But here it's not that well enforced. I mean, we see every day that people just turn without signaling, right? At the meantime, I think we also need to examine whether our road design can be improved upon. I mean, one example of not so safe road design is we have the same green time for turning vehicles and pedestrian crossing, right? that has to be looked into. I think for sake of efficiency, we allow that, right?
Okay, so that was our colleague Chris Tan. If you want to read his commentaries, they are on straitstimes.com. Just a note though, they are premium.
Okay, yeah, that's a good. That's a good.
Let you know
so for those of you who are watching us, right, let us know what do you think or how do you think Singapore roads can be safer.
And earlier you asked about what people think about Singaporean drivers, right? And we had some comments.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, let's see.
Okay, so Tony Davis says, as a Brit, Singaporean drivers are safer and more considerate than any drivers I've seen elsewhere.
And of course, we have some comments that say, some drivers are on the left-hand side, left-hand driving, therefore they might tend to check the wrong side, which is a fair concern as well.
It's fair. I mean, even when we go overseas and we drive, I mean, even though we apply for the international driver's license, you still need some time to get used to foreign roads.
Exactly. But whatever it is, let us know, right? What do you think can make Singapore roads a lot safer? So for you, Alyssa, you take private hire car.
I do.
What the hell has your experience been?
Okay, so experience is yes, I have like what Chris says. Some of the drivers they don't really know the route, so they are looking at their phones for the map while they are still driving, and then they haven't swerved so crazily. But I mean, the behavior, can I say, on the road is a cause of concern for other drivers. That they would give a horn and stuff.
Yeah, right. So it's true, right? I mean, no doubt, sometimes you may not know the road. Like I don't know the road. I will punch in the GPS first.
Again, let me say he's very good. He will make sure he punch in the route first before he starts the car.
Exactly. I mean, the whole point is that you want to be safe and you want to plan your route. So I think it's really good to have that practice of planning your route out first before you really just hit the road.
Yeah, so that you don't have to filter across 3 lanes to get to the exit on the left.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. You see, so these are, I think, some of the things. But I have to agree with Chris's point regarding the right turn discretionary, which we did mention in some of our episodes earlier on, especially about the one that involved the NUS student.
And it was a fatal accident, so someone died in the crash.
And you went down to
check because it was near home.
Yeah, it was near home. Although that is, of course, you mentioned that there is the MRT pillars. There's not really like a blind spot, but already you can't really see. But at the end of the day, it's that, right? When you turn right, you are rushing to turn. Sometimes you don't see people crossing as well.
Yes, and you might not see oncoming cars as well from the other direction. So there are a lot of things to look out for.
Exactly.
You know what? Why don't we don't take that risk, right?
Yeah, and have the right turn arrow, right? And not having it concurrent right? When people are crossing and then the cars are turning as well. I think that is probably, I would say, a suggestion.
Yeah, and in Singapore, like how far can you go before you hit another red light?
Exactly.
Just saying.
You want to be efficient. If let's say you're rushing, then hey, I guess leave your house earlier, right?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
And at the end of the day, being efficient. I mean, how many? Yeah, you save a minute or two. But this is a person's life, right? You don't want to. It's not worth it, lah. That 1-2 minutes, over a person's life. Yeah. But let us know, right? What else do you think can make Singapore roads safer? At the end of the day, what is most important, of course, as drivers, even as road users, pedestrians, I think we all have a part to play to just be a bit more conscientious lah.
Agreed.
Yeah, and just be a bit more gracious lah. Right? Let's see, what do people say?
Samuel Cha says yes, be gracious. And then JM Wong, you've been saying hello and making some comments. So hello, hi, we are looking at it.
Yeah. Judy Marie says the ruling on using mobile device while driving is still not stringent or stern enough.
And the thing is also you don't have enough enforcement on the ground to check, right? So that's also quite hard.
Yeah. Kai Gui says class and behavior can make the roads safer. Behavior of people, right? Okay. At class, I would imagine education and awareness, possibly. Yeah.
And then Emily Bridget Liu says, as long as drivers follow road safety rules by not speeding, beating the red traffic lights, or using mobile devices.
Definitely.
Okay, so these are very common issues.
Arun Kumar says, some private hire drivers check their bookings on their phone while driving, which is dangerous. You have
sometimes they have no choice because they have to accept it. If they don't, I understand that there's also a penalty for them if they don't accept, right? So this one is an interface with the private hire car apps to settle.
Kagri says, during the 1.5 years when I wasn't driving, I was taking Grab and Uber. Some of the drivers are really trying to clock the incentives. The passengers are just like goods, which is pretty scary. Another thing is that I was quite surprised that our CD and ambulance wasn't able to brake. I think beat the red light until recent times. Okay, that's in terms of emergency lah, right? You're right, you know, there is also the incentive where they're trying to just get as many passengers as possible, which is why they probably just speed the whole thing up.
And maybe one more. This one is also by Emily again. Do not tailgate and keep a safe following distance. Fatal accidents happen when vehicles in front slow down and then they brake suddenly. I've seen those happen right in front of me, this guy. And you know, traffic wasn't even going fast, but it was very jammed up. People are impatient. So you know, all the gaps, then he bumped. I saw the moment where he hit it, then he was like this. Then the girlfriend was like,
So I remember there was one time I was driving home late. So I was out, I was driving home late. This was about 1 a.m. It was just at Bedok Reservoir area there. I live in Tampines, right? So I was just there, you know, just waiting for the red light. And then there was this, I remember it was a yellow Honda Jazz, right? That was, I think was turning. This big lorry, I think was trying to beat the red light. And just right in front of me, it just smashed onto that.
So were you a witness for the accident?
So when it smashed, it just dragged the car. It was okay. So I wanted to get off my car, but there were already other cars at my side. They stopped their car. They went down and they actually went
so there are people
over to help. They were already there to help. Wow, it was really shocking. Yeah, it was really shocking. And you could tell like the side of the car was just gone. It was just dented in. I really hope, you know, that the person survived, really. Yeah. Last one by Azza Kasman. Azza says, leave your ego at home when you drive.
Hi Azza.
Definitely Azza. Yep. So continue to let us know, right? What do you think can make Singapore roads more safe?
That's right. So our next topic, so this one is the Big Bang scandal. Seungri.
Your favorite?
Okay. So it seems that Travel keeps chasing after him, right? So ever since it started in January this year, a customer had, reports surfaced that a customer was assaulted by staff from Seungri's nightclub.
Okay.
Because of, you know, the guy saw this, he thought this woman was being sexually assaulted, so he went to report, but he got beaten up instead.
And then in February, the following month, the club was raided by authorities and Seungri was investigated by the police, who were acting on a tip-off about alleged drug use and provision of sexual services to VIP customers at the club. The club reportedly stopped operations shortly after that.
And then just a few days ago, Seungri announced on his Instagram that he's retiring from the entertainment industry.
Why?
Yeah, and he said he did it to protect the boy band's image. But you know what, Seungri, you should just protect yourself, because I'm pretty sure Big Bang can do just fine without you. So, because you know, like some of our friends, some of our colleagues, Central was like, oh no, Seungri is leaving us. Like, okay, you know what? The only people that I care about from Big Bang, and I think 90% of other people do, is G-Dragon, Top, and Taeyang.
Okay, I have to say. I have to say, among all of them, right, Top is the most good looking.
But he also got, you know, involved in some drugs.
Okay. That's sad. But whatever it is, right, Seungri doesn't have to worry because he has other businesses.
Exactly, like he owns a ramen business, a chain business.
So maybe stepping away from the entertainment, not really a big loss, I suppose.
Yeah, you know.
Okay, so and if those troubles weren't enough, clearly there is a recent scandal where he is said to be in a group chat where sex videos are shared with South Korean celebrity. Okay, I'll try to pronounce this.
Okay.
Jang Jun-yong.
Yes.
Is that right? Reportedly the one sharing the videos. Now, Jang had been accused of using hidden cameras to tape videos and take photos of women without their knowledge and then sending such media to people via chat groups.
So this guy also said that he'll be retiring from the entertainment industry. He admitted to his sins also on his Instagram. So it seems that, you know, you will see a pattern coming up, because now 2 other South Korean celebrities are implicated in this, and then they also, allegedly, we don't know whether they are guilty yet, but then they already went to their Instagram and then say sorry, and then also announced that they're going to retire.
There seems to be a pattern lah.
All of them want to retire off a sudden, like early retirement, you know. Which I feel is like, do you really need to take such drastic measures?
Yeah. But you know, whatever it is, right? I mean, the scandal is one thing, but I think it really points to even bigger issues here, right? One, of course, these serious crimes where women are prostituted and also women are being filmed unknowingly. Right?
And then there are also things, there's this projection of an ideal. And why do I say it is because there are news reports saying that Seungri's fans believe that he's innocent. And they say that, you know, this is just slander. They're just trying to bring him down because, you know, no, my upa is perfect. There's no way he'll be able to do it. And that's the thing. It's like they believe that these celebrities are perfect. And you know, they are not allowed to be human or to make errors in life.
Again, I mean, the investigation into Seungri is still ongoing. It's inconclusive. But I mean, if he were, you know, if it were true that he is somehow implicated in all this, then hey, I mean, no blind faith lah, right? You cannot just follow that way. And also there is the whole thing of objectification, of course, and this is not something new. This is an issue that's been ongoing, right? Regardless of, as long as it's media industry,
not just to like Korea or the US or wherever it is, but
just generally, right? There's the whole objectification.
But I feel that in Korea it's also it's more pronounced, you know, like you just throw a stone at any K-pop girl group. Okay, I'm not saying you should be violent and throw stones at them. Just,
not literally, right? Not literally.
You will just hit. I mean, they all look the same. I'm not talking about the face, I'm talking about the outfits.
Okay,
like
let's have a look. I think we have some pictures, right, to show.
Super short
skirts.
This
there you go.
This is standard K-pop girl outfit, and then the dance moves are always very coquettish.
Yeah, very
sultry, sensual, and you know, like one of my colleagues now backstage is looking at me like, yeah, Alyssa, just going on with a K-pop rant. Well, I feel strongly about it, you know.
Okay, but you see, I have to say though, I have a favorite Korean singer now, female singer, Ailee.
Yes.
I think she's okay, right? She's not very revealing, and she is talented.
She is the exception. I have to say, she's the exception.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that.
But
whatever it is, okay, you followed K-pop entertainment.
Yes.
I don't so much. What is your take on this? Do you feel that, yes, we should clamp down now?
Okay, my take on this, right, is that whether or not it's a sex scandal or what, whenever there's a big scandal, the K-pop artists were just, it's as though the first thing to quell public outrage is that, okay, I'll retire from the entertainment industry. Then how else are you going to make it up if you're really sorry, but then you basically just say you retire and then you hide? How much of it can you make up to the public if you're really that apologetic? How about this apology to the women and other people involved or your actions? And you know what? Seungri's band members have not said anything yet. Okay, granted they're in the army. But there's no collective statement through the agency or...
Right. So it's still a lot of things to say. So, but whatever it is, of course, you know, investigation is still ongoing.
Still ongoing, and I do hope that they start to name the other men in the chat group.
Oh.
I mean, I was telling you, come
if you want to go all the way, right?
I mean, they've already been slowly naming all of them.
But in any case, you know, Seungri is slated to enlist in the military service this month anyway, which perhaps will be a good thing for him, right? Again, if it were true, then he should be, you know, dealt with accordingly.
But in any case, it'll be time away from public scrutiny, so...
So it's still alleged, right? If it were true, then do something about it. If it's not, hey, it's also a good time for him to just step away for a while. Right? So let's see, what do we have? Comments right here.
So on YouTube we have someone saying that it's innocent, he's innocent until proven guilty. Okay.
We agree. Miat Tu says, as pedestrians, we also need to be aware of our surroundings, i.e. reduce or don't use your mobile devices while walking, waiting at road junctions. Definitely. Everybody has a part to play lah. All road users, regardless whether you're drivers or you're just, you know, pedestrians.
And then also Gina Talk says, not forgetting e-scooters. Yes, that's another issue altogether.
That is another issue altogether, exactly, you know. But yeah, continue to to put in your comments and let us know, how to make our roads safer, because at the end of the day, really, we want to make it a safe place for everyone, right? And with that, our next segment, other news in a minute.
So in under 1 minute, we crunch down other headlines of the week.
Singapore and Malaysia agreed today to jointly suspend overlapping port claims in the waters of Tuas with immediate effect. This was important to end a standoff which has seen at least one collision in the waters since the dispute began in December. Singapore and Malaysia will instead apply their port limits in effect prior to December 6 and October 25th respectively, undoing the overlap and work to start talks to delimit their maritime boundary in the area.
And for our second headline, there's a British couple who are looking to raise about $250,000 to bring their baby back home to the UK. So their baby was born prematurely in Singapore on February 19 while they were here on during a layover. They have been told to stay in Singapore for 3 more months until their child, who is in ICU, is well enough to travel, and they are trying to raise money via a GoFundMe campaign.
And of course, our last headline, this is shake head. A teacher has been slammed for implying hawkers are not well off in an English comprehension question for primary 6 students. To the statement, the author came from a well-to-do family. The teacher's answer was false. The author's mother worked in a kopitiam. I guess maybe it should have been a different question instead. That's all we have for Onyam this week.
And ending this week on a light note, we have Facebook Face Off, which I've been winning. Eye teaching, is it? I've been winning. Let's not change the subject. I've been winning 5 weeks in a row, right?
Okay,
5 weeks.
We'll see. Fans,
you gotta give me my moment. 5 weeks, right?
Yes. Fans of Hairianto, where are you? But of course, this week, I think I'm going to tip the balance a little bit.
But you haven't seen my ace card yet.
Okay. Our ace card is here.
Okay.
You know, it has been missing. It's a he/she, has been missing for quite a while, but he/she is back tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please put your hands together to welcome Judge Joe.
Yeah, I don't have the very loud kind of energy.
Different a bit.
Okay, I go first, right? I'm
Judge
the
Joe, how are
defending
you? We haven't seen you in a while, Judge Joe. Are you doing okay? Oh. Okay, still sassy.
Brown is a nice color on you, Judge Joe.
Alyssa, you go first.
Okay, so a Lamborghini and a Nissan GTR, these were, after they were seized in 2017, they were sold at a police auction. For like the Nissan GTR was only like 33k.
Yeah.
Right, and then the Lamborghini was like less than 250,000. So Charlotte Koh was like, when is the next auction? It's better than GSS. Actually, it's not that good, huh?
Okay, for those, sorry, we didn't explain what is this segment is all about. What happened is every week, Alyssa and I, we troll through our Straits Times Facebook page. Because, you know, sometimes we have trolls, sometimes we have people who are very funny, right, with their comments. What we do is then we say, hey, let's find these funny comments and then show them to you. So if you think that the comment that Alyssa has picked is funny, you type in A.
If you think that the one Hairianto has picked is funnier, type in H.
But if you've missed Judge Joe and you realize that, hey, you know what, Judge Joe antics are the funniest, then you type in J to cast your vote. Okay? So now I'll go. So that was round 1, Alyssa. Now round 1, me. Okay. So this is basically the story about eating mushrooms may slow mental decline. Eat at least 300 grams a week and you could halve your chance of cognitive decline. Okay? Derek Fu says, I want to buy more of such foods, but sadly, not mushroom in my refrigerator. Good, right? No mushroom. Good. So again, if you think that Alyssa is funnier, you type in A.
If you think Hairianto is funnier, you type in H.
If you think that Judge Joe is the funniest, you type in J. Okay? So this is regarding the story, the Jaguar that attacked selfie-taking US woman won't be put down. So basically this woman wanted to take a selfie with the Jaguar. I mean, ayo, right? A bit, you know, stupid lah, right? And then Alenka Tan Lian says, was she expecting the Jaguar to draw near and smile with her at the camera phone? I think it's funny. Wow, even our camera crew say, no, it's okay, it's okay. Okay, Alyssa, you go.
Okay, so mine, right? So the Straits Times shares this post with a boss from hell. It's not just fight or flight. So if you're feeling abused at work, here's how to break that cycle. So Alex Logan Lee says, hey, hi admin, are you trying to hint us something? Do you need help? Blink 3 times with your right eye.
This is good, This is good. Okay, so if you think Alyssa is funny, you type in A.
If you think Hairianto is funny, you type in H.
You can also vote for Judge Joe, you type in J. Okay, Ellie, round 3, last round.
Okay, last round. Okay, so this one, Graduation march for SAF recruits have been halved, cut to 12 km, right, instead of 24 km. And then Audi Khalid. So I've quoted Audi Khalid before.
Yes.
It's very funny. Audi Khalid says, old people will say, back in my days. ... you know, because they're back in my days.
I think it's funnier. No, I think it's funnier visually.
Because I'm thinking of the meme.
Yes,
you know the SpongeBob meme? You know the SpongeBob meme?
Okay.
I already asked this like twice.
Okay, this one, mine is about this nightclub reveler fined $2,500 for leaping onto roof of BMW. Okay, so it's a picture. This guy, he, you know, very muscular and all that. Yeah, very big size. You know, very good build. Chu Seong lah. Okay, that's his name. Then Gerald Hang says, muscle and brain has an inverse relationship. Right?
No wonder you lose a bit of muscle lah.
Yeah, because I'm smart. Okay, thanks. So if you think that Alyssa is funny, you type in A.
If you think Hairianto is funny, you type in H.
If you want to support Judge Joe, of course, you type in J. Alright, we'll give some time for you guys to vote. Put in H, remember that, and see what else people say.
So the jokes that I make, it counts as well, okay?
Okay. Jem Wong says, pedestrian lane is no more safe. Beware, one day you or me might be the victim before it is too late. Wow, that's true, but also very...
Okay, so you know Samuel Chua, right? He's very specific, like who gets what in which round. Thank you, Samuel. So round 1 you got it. Round 2 I got it. And then round 3
hasn't said yet. Okay.
You got it.
Oh, I got it. Oh,
yeah.
But
okay,
Antonito says a fan of A. You have a fan. My mom finally voted for many weeks. I told her, I say, Mom, if you're watching, just vote
she vote for
me.
You lah.
Right?
She vote for you. Okay, any for Just Joe?
Any for Joshua?
No.
Okay, I think we can count down, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The winner.
Yes!
Oh, yeah! What we predicted earlier in rehearsal came true.
Yes, exactly. Finally, I have broken your streak.
You have. Yeah. But you know, they say when you're on top, you have to calm down.
Fair enough. And anyway, fans of me, thank you so much. I appreciate and I will remember this moment where I snatch the crown from Alyssa.
I handed it over willingly. I made it easy.
David actually voted for J. Thank you, David. Thank you so much, David. But in any case, we hope you guys have enjoyed this week's Hangout with ST. For more news and videos, do log on to straitstimes.com.
We're also on social media, Instagram, Twitter and YouTube.
Yep, so next week, same time, 8 PM, Thursday on Straits Times Facebook page. Yeah. Once again, she's Alyssa.
And he's Hairianto.
And this is Judge Joe. Goodbye and see you next week.